If you are dead set on I'm a woman, I make a certain amount, I can afford myself to live a very nice life, and I don't want to be with anybody who can't at least match me where I'm at or create the life that I'm creating for myself for me, then you can't be mad that they are not with or settling for someone that they don't want. This show, to be honest, on a very low calorie, high protein diet. Be honest. Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. I am your girl, Melanie P, and we are here to have a conversation. Listen, before I get started, y'all, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are dropping episodes every other day, and we are growing and growing and growing, and I'm very excited about the growth, y'all. On my channel, we make sure you're following me on Instagram, make sure you are following me on Spotify, make sure you're following me on TikTok, make sure you're following me on Apple Podcasts and anywhere that they play podcasts. Y'all, listen, today I'm just talking about something that somebody said this to me, and it really made me think. Me and my friend were having a conversation about how a lot of women, specifically Black women, are kind of living and creating and romanticizing their own life by themselves, and how it's really a good look. Now, let me explain what we mean by that. She brought this up and then it made me think. If you look on TikTok, right, and if you do like a Black girl TikTok, or if you do soft life or romanticizing my life, there are an awfully lot of women who have these beautiful spaces that they're living in. You know, they're showing you kind of a day in the life. They're showing you these little quick little vlogs of you know, their night routines or their morning routines. They're in a beautifully clean apartment by themselves. They're exercising, they're eating right. They're living and creating and romanticizing their lives. And I'm kind of here for it, because I feel like the conversation that I had with my friend was, you know, the dating pool is a little bit muddy. So women are kind of doing it on their own, and they're happily doing it on their own. Now, am I saying that women don't want to be married and have a partner? Heck no, I am not saying that. But looking from the outside in, it looks like women who are single are really like, you know, not pressing the I need to get married, I need to have a boo thing, but they're romanticizing and creating their dream lives by themselves. They're creating their own soft life. They're going to brunch with their friends, they're traveling, they're working these good ass jobs, making good ass money, living in these amazing spaces that are clean because there's not a man in there dirtying them up. And they appear to be content and happy with where they are. And at first, you know, I'm an advocate of, you know, create these beautiful Black families and these, you know, homes and stuff like that. But when I was talking to my friend about it and I started kind of paying attention to the peaceful lives that they appear to have, I kind of applaud that. I applaud that. And honestly, I think it's the best kind of thing they can do in a healthy way for their mental health. If you go on TikTok and just do a search for like get ready with me or a day in the life and do it under the Black TikTok hashtag, it's actually very beautiful to see all of these Black women who are living their dream lives. Now, again, I want to emphasize and I want to say that I'm not saying that they don't want to have a partner or someone to share it with. But I think that more so than them sulking and waiting for, you know, Mr. Right to show up, they are just happy in their day-to-day lives and, you know, creating the soft life and romanticizing their life while they're in their single space. And I'm really here for it. And when you think about it, it's much smarter to, you know, not settle for someone that you don't want to be with just to say that you are with somebody and then be in a toxic situation or be in a dirty space or, not be happy, that's a smart choice. And I'm really here for the women that are making that choice. I love looking at, these women who are traveling and TikToking and buying clothes and showing the cute outfits and doing their little makeup and doing these things. And they're appearing to live their best life. It's funny because I was thinking back to the episode that I did with Miss Joyce, and she's been married for 50 plus years, Black lady married for 50 plus years to her husband. And one of the things that she said on her episode that really stood out to me is that she admires how women in today's society are just doing what they want. They're not so quick to have kids or not so quick to get married. They are really enjoying and experiencing life, and how in her generation that was unsaid to do. And that really stuck out to me. Because if you think about our parents, right, and you think about what Miss Joyce said on her episode, my mom literally got married at like 18 and was with my dad 50 plus years. You know what I'm saying? They did not have the opportunity to have the freedom and experience life and to have choices the way that we have. And I think that some people could kind of see that as a negative thing, right? Because you think about it, right? When you look at the Kevin Samuels and the Anton Daniels, they're like, oh, women are single because this, and they can't find a good man. They want too much, and they want somebody to pay all the bills, and they want somebody to do this and do that, so they're going to forever be single and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you can't really fault somebody for having a certain list of desires that they want in their partner and not settling for less. Now, I spoke about this before. There's a difference between having a list and certain requirements that you want, and then and having some outlandish things that might be preventing you from being in a healthy relationship. But you cannot fault someone for saying, I might not agree, and it might be a lesson to be learned in it for the person or even for me. But if you are dead set on, I'm a woman, I make a certain amount, I can afford myself to live a very nice life, and I don't want to be with anybody who can't at least match me where I'm at or create the life that I'm creating for myself for me, then you can't be mad that they are not with or settling for someone that they don't want. You literally can be the opposite. That's an applaud, because unfortunately there are a lot of people who are getting divorced. There are a lot of people who are in unhealthy and unhappy relationships, and a lot of men cheating, a lot of bad things going on. So if I'm a single woman and I'm seeing all of the toxicity in marriages and relationships around me, that should make me be even more cautious in who I choose as a partner and who I choose to have kids with. Why would you intentionally bring a child in a situation that you're not even happy in? I love it. Like, I love to see these young girls like in their 20s and 30s and even, some in their 40s who have certain requirements for their life, and until they find something, or until that something finds them that resonates with what they want and their goals out of life, they're going to create the dream life that they want. So often you see women settling because they feel like, oh snap, I'm 30, I'm 35. Some people even feel like, oh shit, I'm 25 and I don't got no kids and I'm not married and I'm not this or that. So let me rush, be with somebody, and then now, damn, I'm miserable and I made a mistake. Like, to me, those are the two options. I can resonate with this because I feel like, especially being my age, sometimes and I did this, we do stuff that we think our parents want us to do, and we make decisions based off how it looks on the outside. Like, we make decisions because we want to make our parents happy and make our parents proud, and we want to do what our parents want from us. You know what I'm saying? And then you're not living your life for you. You're living your life for what somebody else wants out of it. Like, you are not doing what you want to do. You're doing what your parents want you to do, or what your mom or your dad or whoever wants to do. So I feel like this whole, I don't want to say independent, but this whole stick to your guns, go after what you want vibe that women are on now, I'm here for it. It's so many women out here, y'all. And I'm thinking of people I know. I'm thinking of people in my family. And it's like, would you rather settle for something that is not serving you and has you pouring from an empty cup on a day-to-day versus creating your dream life and trusting the universe and trusting God to provide you with the life that you want? Or would you just rather settle? I think about, my niece that I had on the show, and I love her to death. And I think that, I think she's like 25, and I want her to be in the energy that I see a lot of the other girls are in, and as far as experiencing life in a different way than, like, your mom could, your dad could, your grandma could, because at the end of the day, there's so much opportunity out here that we didn't have, and that our parents didn't have, and that their parents didn't have. And you want to encourage your children, especially your daughters, to take advantage of opportunities that they have. Because as soon as you have a baby child and be with this man, your whole life changes. And I just have to applaud the women out there who are creating their dream lives, creating their dream space, and believing God, if they do want to get married, if they do want to have kids, and, being honest if they don't, and not letting society pressure them to put them in situations that they don't have to be in. Because one thing that society will do is tell a woman that they're running out of time, and that your eggs are drying up, and that, oh my God, you're 30 and you should be here and you should be there. And then you are moving on based on fear versus moving on what you feel like you really, really want. And that's no life to live. Because once you start making those like long-term decisions like marriage and kids, shit changes. And I don't care what nobody say, but when you have a child with somebody, your life changes. Your life changes, your life changes, your life changes. And that's a very big decision and a very, very big step that should not be taken lightly or easily. Y'all, let me know your thoughts. I do the search on TikTok for like soft girl life or get ready with me or black girl aesthetic, whatever. And just look at all of these young women who are just living a good solo life and not feeling pressure to run out here and have a kid or start a family, but taking their time and experiencing life, traveling. It's just such a good thing to see. When I see them in their little apartments and they have their little nighttime cocktail and they have, clean little vacuum. I love a good vacuum mark on a carpet. And they're taking their dogs for a walk, and they're, going out with the girls or for the weekend or traveling to Dubai. And I know that that's not everybody's situation and everybody can't afford that, but a lot of girls are experiencing that. And I love, love, love to see it, because despite what society tells you, you do have time. You do have time. Time is on your side. And I know that people are going to not agree with me, but time is on your side. Time is on your side. Do not rush. Take your time. Experience life. Enjoy all that life has to offer and continue to create the life that you want until you're blessed, if you want it, to, have a partner, be included in that life, and have children and live your life, y'all. But let me know your thoughts below, y'all. I want to hear your thoughts. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video, and I will see you in the next episode.